Buddy, welcome to Songs from the CoronaZone number 175. I hope we're happening here. Hard to say because, it's YouTube, which has always been a little weird. We'll see what's going on. Let me see what's happening here. Here we are. We're live. It worked. Oh my God, it worked. And now you guys will have to tell me if there's a ghost side up there like there was last time where it ended up there twice. But we're on. There's two people here. Hi, Jenny. How are you, darling? Turkey day tomorrow. I am doing Thanksgiving with my ex-wife Claudia, with Joe's mom. Had a nice long conversation with my kid today. He's doing really well. And is hunkered down, and we're having the conversation many families are having. What do we do about Christmas? Do we risk it or don't we? So it looks like this worked. I'm learning some things every time. Dragonfly Whisperer with Carol Withak. Nice to see you. Okay, so we've got Maria Borges and Sue Wong and Kathy Calais and Polly Wiltberger. Yeah, Paul's not here. He sent his proxy, which is his epoxy, because Paul's the glue. Hi, Laurie Schneider. You picked a really cool set, dear. Just gonna say. Hola, Mariana, ¿cómo estás? Maria Borges. Bob Seinel, good to see you. Pat Fredrickson, good to see you. Hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you, Kim Hardy. And this is working out really well. What a weird frickin' concept is it's actually working. Every platform has its quirks. And so that's part of what happens is I get, they all operate very slightly differently. And I mean simply from a workflow and logistical standpoint. Some require you to enter a stream key. Some will go straight through the Streamlabs OBS. It's all, and I've been doing this for 8 frickin' months and I'm still learning it. Pretty strange, pretty blinking strange. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm looking at this, but I'm going to go to actual YouTube and see if I can find it. Here we are. And I can see the chat here. Is there dark mode? I like dark mode. I don't see dark mode. If I go full screen, I don't see your chat. So I'm coming off of full screen. And actually the camera's a little bit tilted one direction. Hang on. Just a little bit. Howdy. Working really hard on a whole bunch of stuff, as you know, still wailing away. I got to tell you, one of the things I'm doing is getting into detail over the actual files. I ran into a space problem, and then I discovered that because I'm including all the cover art for all the CDs on the USB drive. And if I did, in what Acrobat calls recognized text, it kept the resolution, but it reduced the file size by about 80%. And that's given me enough space to add one whole extra concert, maybe even 2. Because I really want to give you guys as much as I can. The hard part about it is there's probably 25, 26 shows, concerts, and probably at least 20 radio shows, some of which are short form, 10, 15 minutes, some of which are long form, 30 minutes to an hour. And a couple of concerts that were broadcast live on the air that are actual concerts, but they were also broadcast. So from that standpoint, it's about 40, somewhere between 40 and 50 live performances. That's a drop in the bucket compared to what I have. And we're going to talk later, like after the dust settles from this, on how I deal with the 200 or 300 shows that I've got. That I have to tell you, in going over them, I remember details. In going over them, each of them has a couple little things about them. I will give you some hints. There's a show from Martyrs from 1999 in Chicago, where it was the first time we played with local players, that being Brett Simons and Dan Massey. Dan Massey from Robbie Folks' band. We played with Dan for about a year. We played with Brett for several years, and then he moved to L.A. So he's now a member of Chicago, of the band Chicago, the band Chicago. He's the bass player in Chicago, and they're, of course, off the road right now, like everybody is. But so we ended up doing a blues version of She Said No, and it's called the She Said No Blues. There's the first show Eric and I ever did as a duo without a band at the Birchmere. I don't have space to include the one yet with Venice that we did, where they came and sang on Just to See You, but I think I'm springing room for that. There's a real, so there's about 4 or 5 other shows that I would add, so I'm trying to get that all worked out. All this is to say, I've been going to bed at between 4 and 5 every morning, waking up between 9 and 10, and I'm a little fritzy, but it's all fine. Bottom line, I'm having me a good time with my friends. So, and that still doesn't show the chat, so I got to get rid of that. You go away. You'll go away. See, I like seeing the chat. I can actually see the chat better on the phone. Is there a way I can prop the damn phone up? I don't know. I think there might be. Let me see if I can do this. See, the iPad flips, but the phone doesn't. So from that standpoint, that ain't gonna work. Let me see if that works. Anyway, hi everybody. Laurie Schneiders has selected a very, very cool set of, again, just very much like Jane Miller's set 2 days ago, songs that we don't hear that often. There's some that are pretty regular, but, a lot of the big hits aren't there, and I think that's really cool. I like that about the set. She picked, she gave me a choice between 2 covers, and of course I picked one because that's the rule. I'm grateful that we're only doing one new cover because the learning curve is steep usually. And one of the 2 songs had a very steep learning curve. If I'm not familiar with the song, if I've never even heard it, then it takes me about 3 hours to pull it together. If I've heard the song, it's about an hour. And what that means is I'm making a chart so I remember the chords, make sure to get second, verses. So there was one song that, of course, I remember really well that was recorded by a guy who was very influential on me. And some of you have even said so. Was he an influence on you? Because it sounds like, yeah, it does. Let's see how many of you can guess. We'll see what it goes by in the chat. And a Christmas song. A Christmas song that is a traditional Christmas song that I rewrote. And she wants the rewritten version, which is one of my favorites. I may actually have to record that as its own thing. But all that, she opens, let me tell you now, she opens. Hey, Doc Shelton, how are you, man? I'll get that together. Who recognizes the tune? I know some of you do. My fingernails are too long. There's no such thing, but they don't sound even. Anyway, I'm not going to bite them off now, and I don't have my nail clippers in my bedroom. Well, hi, everybody. I guess you're wondering why I've called you all here. I sound soft. Don't know what to do about that. Let me try to... No idea what that is. Let me take a look at my... I'm talking softly. Check, check, check. Well, the level's down just a touch. Somehow the level got moved. Check, check, check. Well, now it's up full, so I'm going to turn up the mains just a little. Well, thank you for... How's this? I'm sorry, I'm just being an asshole. This is driving me nuts. I'm not going to go get the nail clippers. I'm just going to have to work with it. Laurie picked an opening song. I turned up everything. I turned the level up in OBS, and then I turned the level up on the mixer. Paul, if it's still soft, shoot me a text, and I'll turn up the mixer a little bit louder. Laurie decided to start with, basically, we have a few themes here in the CoronaZone, in the fam. Of course, washing as the hearts go by. Washing as the hearts go by. There we go, for Laundry Day. And of course, all is quiet, thanks to my friend Michael Tierson, who suggested it. It's been a wonderful suggestion, and I close every show with it, unless I do the whole song in the set. But maybe this is really the theme song. First to come and the last to go, right there in the thick of it, I wanna be in the know. Small, small talk, big, big deals, around the world, around the block on training wheels. I hope I don't miss it. Hope I don't stay too long. Hope I don't say something that I really mean that comes out wrong. I hope I don't lose it. Hope I get it before I'm gone. Hope that I'll know it when I find the place where I belong. Songs about songs, just shut up and sing. Say it how you mean it, and let that be the reasoning. Time moves on, and I'm waiting for the call to get it up or get it out if there's a point to it all. I hope I don't miss it. Hope I don't stay too long. Hope I don't say something that I really mean that comes out wrong. I hope I don't lose it. Hope I get it before I'm gone. Hope that I'll know it when I find the place where I belong. When I try too hard, when I use my will, the hours pass like streetcars with yesterdays yet to fill. So I run this race, but it's all uphill. Maybe I can make it mine by standing still. Oh, I hope I don't miss it. I hope I don't stay too long. Hope I don't say something that I really mean that comes out wrong. Oh, I hope I don't lose it. Hope I get it before I'm gone. Hope that I'll know it when I find the place where I belong. I hope I don't miss it. I hope I don't stay too long. Hope I don't say something that I really mean that comes out wrong. I should almost just go home. I mean, well, I am home, but you know what I'm saying. That is the DanFam theme song as far as I'm concerned, because we found a place in COVID shutdown, not just where we have fun, but I mean, I've got to say, I'm convinced that the community that's developed around this activity has gotten us through this pretty well. I've been through this before. When Eric got sick, a community of friends and fans, okay, but a community spontaneously coalesced where suddenly we never really had entourages or even hangers-on. We had, fans that we would get to know, and some of them we got to know better than others. And I don't mean anything, come on, you guys. Well, maybe a little, but what I am trying to say here is all of a sudden, when his needs became greater for greater help at shows, there were people to help him get in and out of his wheelchair as needed, to help him get on and off stage, to give him his guitars, to make sure that he had something to drink and to hold a glass there. Backstage at shows, I would feed him. Others would feed him. And the community that spontaneously coalesced around his needs has actually persisted. It's in some ways the very beginning of the DanFam. Well, the DanFam has also spontaneously coalesced. You guys could have just shown up and gone. You know what I'm saying? You might not have made friends with each other. You might not have chosen to come every day. And you certainly might have gotten really frickin' bored of me. But what's happened instead is something that we're not going to lose when things change. And things will change, whether they change back to normal all the way or to a new normal. We've been using that term for months now. That remains to be seen. We just don't know the answer to that one, do we? What we do know is how we're going to deal with it anyway, which is we're going to deal with it. We're going to hang together and do the things that people do that help us get through challenging times and, inject some levity into it and some sense of community. Because the one thing about community is this. When you've got community, I'm not telling you something you don't know already. When you've got community, you can kind of deal with everything because there is that shared sense of experience and the resource for creative ideas when we meet challenges and things just like that. I mean, there will come a point, just as there has come, the Eric fam, so to speak, spontaneously generated 15 years ago, 16 now. And I look back on it. Paul and I have reminisced about it more than once. And the bond, John McGuire has not toured with me in 11 years. But, some things cannot be unseen. So we basically look at each other like, yeah, we've been there. And there's nothing like the last dozen years with Paulie Wiltberger. So, that's what that's about. Anyway. I got to do that song someday. I didn't lie. I just stood and watched her say goodbye. She closed the door, said I don't want to leave you anymore. Things I should have said to her that maybe would have changed her mind to stay. Things I should have said to her, like, girl, I love you, so let me find a way. Grassroots, 1967, 8, something like that. Somebody will look it up. In the meantime, one of the most beautiful songs we ever recorded. Mary, the words are flowing like wine. So easy to spill, so hard to keep inside. truth this time. So lost and alone, I did not know. Then you let the lions go, and the lights come on, and the fire burns, but only in your eyes. The force that came like a hurricane and blew my wasted life away. Oh, Mary. Oh, Mary. You remember the man I used to be, so reckless and wild and much too full of me. So many lives have passed through mine to find the friend I thought I'd never find. So lost and alone, I did not know. Then you let the lions go, and the lights come on, and the fire burns, but only in your eyes. The force that came like a hurricane and blew my wasted life away, and the lights come on and the fire burns, but only in your eyes. I may never see so much energy as the love that's right in front of me. Oh, Mary, I'm alive in your eyes tonight. I've seen all I need, and now I feel free. It's like something's coming over me, and the lights come on, and the fire burns, but only in your eyes. The force that came like a hurricane and blew my wasted life away, and the lights come on, and the fire burns, but only in your eyes. I may never see so much energy as the love that's right in front of me. Oh, Mary. From 1990, written, I think, in 1986, with the track created by the band 20 times, that being Rick Boston, Rick May, Jerry Polci, and Eric Lowen. And I wrote the lyrics in dedication to Eric Lowen's first wife and the impact she had on him at that point in time. This is the mother of their two kids, who are going to be 20. Oh, good God. 26. They're born in 94. They're going to be 26. Or no, I can't do the math that quick. They're going to be 27 in 2021. Holy shit. That's just beyond me that they're that grown up. It's pretty wild. They're really good people, and to share a thought with you, a friend of mine got in touch with me and said, so what percentage of the proceeds from the thumb drives is actually going into your pocket? And we're marketing. We have no middleman on this. So but the profits will be split equally between the Lowen family and myself. The three of them share it. So, because they've inherited Eric's share, which still Eric's share, just because he ain't here, who cares? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Who cares with regard to, ain't my money, it's our money. It's our material. It's our experience. Found some interesting interview footage. There is a show. God, I for the life of me can't remember what the name of the show is, but it's with a guy named Richard M. Cohen, who basically has an interview program with people that are facing dire health consequences. And he has had them himself. So I found I think it's about a 15-minute interview that he did with Eric, where they're talking on the phone. There's no music, and there's little bits of music in it. I found some pretty neat stuff. Definitely some fun. There's probably 2 Steve Dahl shows going on there. 2 shows with Bob Edwards, who was the former host of Morning Edition on NPR. A 9-minute segment that was on NPR, and a 28-minute segment that we did on his Sirius XM show, 2006. There's some cool curios on there, and it's been, all I got to say is it's been a joy and a chore, but not like a drudge. More like I should have made the USB drive 10 times the size. Is really what it is. But I think we're going to figure out what volume 2 is. It's going to be, it's a good. Well, you got to figure there are 50, probably between 40 and 50 shows on there, of at least an hour. I mean, it's going to take you guys a week or 2 to listen to everything, but it really does hold up. That's the thing, is I definitely put now some of the shows have technical difficulties, little buzzes here and there, some dropouts, a few songs cut off in the middle, especially if they were recorded on air checks on a cassette deck that I used to carry to radio stations. You get to the end of the tape and there's nothing I can do about that. I've tried to clean that stuff up as much as possible, but the whole idea is to include material, even if it's got glitches, rather than eliminate material, because there's still some gems in there, with regard to what it's there for, which is to have the experience. And we've hit pretty much every era. I would say that there's some 90, 91, 92, 94, maybe 93, 96, 98, 99, 00, 01, 02. In other words, we pretty much tried to hit every era. And the tours especially that came up around every album, as best I could. I tended to go for the shows that were in the areas that we did the best in, because they were really lively. But there's a few little rarities in there, and I was out of room, and like I say, I found a way to spring about 1.5 gigabytes. These shows are about 200 to 300 megabytes a piece, so I should be able to get at least 3 more shows on there, maybe 5. We shall see what we shall see. So yeah, that's. I'm sending the material to Paul, who will be transferring the material to the drives and sending them out. And I appreciate it. You will definitely get them in time. I appreciate your patience completely. And I'm looking at the chat now. There's, I think, at least one version of Perfect Stranger. There might be 2. I'm not really certain. I think there's definitely one. There's some unusual songs in there, just saying. Early versions of songs with different lyrics. I know that one of the shows there is a version of Let Her Ride from 1988. I didn't start playing the song out regularly till 2006. So we're talking, and I wrote the song, as you all know, or as most of you know, I wrote the song in 1976. So it was a revived song at the time. But there's a couple of lines that are slightly different that I mutated, over time, because I do that. I mean, I basically let them all come as they come. Glad to be playing this toward the front of the set. I usually play it toward the end of the set. As I've said a bunch of times, good choices, Laurie. Some days I'm like the devil, some days I'm fast and true. Sometimes it takes all I've got just to make it through. When I'm lost in the darkness, you pull me from the cold and tell me I'm never alone. Now all I know is you make me want to be a better man, a better man. Ah, you make me want to be a better man. Sunlight is shining on my face, storm clouds have faded away. Now I believe that I can fly on the wings of your perfect grace, straight up into the heavens, above all the hurt and below. You taught me how to let it go. Now all I know is you make me want to be a better man, a better man. Ah, you make me want to be a better man, a better man. Ah, you. Now all I know is you made me want to be a better man, a better man. Ah, you make me want to be a better man, a better man. Ah, you make me want to be a better man, a better man. Ah, you make me want to be a better man. Whoa, a better man, yeah. Whoa, a better man, yeah. Whoa, a better man, a better man. Ah, you. Ah, you. From the 2008 album Learning to Fall is a song I wrote with Sean Davis of Stone Honey. I do tend to repeat myself when I do my little, from the album, I do my DJ thing at the end of these things, because I can't presume that you all come to every, I know there's some of you I see at every show, and that part's really cool. Of course, actually, it's practically all of you, isn't it? Because you're all like my family now. I mean, well, you are the fam then, aren't you? So who am I seeing? I can't remember. I think I did. It's probably Paul. I probably did have the effects off. I don't remember. They're off now, so I don't remember if I ended it that way or not. I turned them down at one point because they were swampy as hell. This is normal. Maybe I could turn them up the tiniest bit. It's on a hair trigger. just like me. Anyway, it's a wild drug. Just saying. I'm going to do a show one of these days with absolutely no yammer. Where I'm not going to say a word. Just going to do songs. And every so often look at the camera and go. And yes, my hair was wet. Hardy har har har. You know what's happening right now is my belt is getting caught in the piano. So I've got to move. I can't move the piano back. But I'm scared to move the bench because I did that one time and I caught the end of my finger and cut it like 10 minutes before showtime. About, when was that? Feels like it was last week, which is probably 2 months ago. From my own album that came out a couple years ago now. Jesus, that time just flew, didn't it? Girl, the sun is sinking out beyond the horizon. Evening tastes so bittersweet in this cold, cold room. We're out on the ocean, disconnected and drifting. But this fog ain't lifting, not for a while. 'Cause it's too hard for me now to let you go when I don't know how. I'd walk away if it was in my power, but it's too hard for me now. I'm walking on quicksand. I think I'm going under, and the harder that I try, deeper I sink down. I wish I could remember when we were strong and righteous, and then I might just understand where it all went wrong. 'Cause it's too hard for me now to let you go when I don't know how. I'd walk away if it was in my power, but it's too hard for me now. Like it's shrinking, and when it finally disappears, I'll make myself believe that you were never here. It's too hard for me now. It's too hard for me now. I meant to do that extra note. That extra note was on purpose. I don't make mistakes. I don't make mistakes ever. I've never made a mistake. I thought I did once, but I was wrong. I know. Old joke. Dad joke, practically. Dad jokes are fucking cool, I think. That's just me. And that's probably the loudest thwap I've ever done. Just saying. I don't want to hurt my little guitar here. This is a Martin OM28. Which is noted for its refinement compared to things like the D28. And, you know, it's similar to a triple O, but it's a little bit different, and it's rosewood back and sides, and I really love it. I love it. Love. It's very similar to the Eric Clapton guitar, which is a triple O 28, not an OM 28. OM means orchestra model. And characterized by the teardrop-shaped pickguard that doesn't come all the way up to here. You know, it kind of stops there. I got this about, oh, good God, when did I get this? Was it 2007 or was it 2011? It's a love thing. I'm glad I got it. McCabe's made me an offer I couldn't refuse. You know, just saying. Dan Gandalf. I'm Gandalf. Gandolfini? No, I mean, my beard isn't long enough to be Gandalf, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. I think what I should do from now on is I should just mumble, you know. Wake up and tell her, stand up and say, go ahead and admit it, she makes this a better day. When all the others fail you and fall by the side, she stands as true as the redwood and as constant as the night, constant as the night. She changed my life. Now everyone told me, everybody said, but I refused to listen, and I left with you instead. I will never fail you. The cracks in this old guitar, but I'm as constant as the night, constant as the night, changes into daylight, quiet easy as the cracks in this old guitar, but I'm as constant as the night, constant as the night changes into daylight. Quietly she let her hand, and she changed my life. Constant as the night changes into daylight. Quietly she let her hand, and she changed my life. Constant as the night. Constant as the night. Constant as the night. You guys have created a monster. I love thwapping the guitar now. I like the sound, especially with the reverb. It's really fun. I appreciate that it has a name. 2 names. No, that's from my favorite movie. She had a name. 2 names. What am I looking for? Oh God, don't do Glasgow. I have to find this because I don't know what it is. I don't know what letter the first one is. It's and C, it's not in there, which means it's in a different place. I search and I search and I search, and I am looking because I'm searching. I search, I look and I search. Gonna find her. Gonna find her. Just like that Northwest Mountains. YouTube won't go the other direction. I need to get this one. Oh, the baby's crying again. My friend Rick Boston used to do that all the time, and I always loved it. I may actually, let me see if I can actually get away with that. Too much. Typically, we're pretty close to the first hour, only about 6 songs in. It's just the way it goes around. That part's hard. I wear the smile of a worried man, trying to fool the world any way I can. No place to hide, nowhere to run, staring down the sun still shines, and a lover's touch still makes my tired heart sing. And so I'm keeping in my mind what's worth remembering. And I don't want to see the future, but I'm tired of living in the past. Well, I knew there'd be big changes, Lord, but I didn't think they'd happen so fast. I didn't think they'd happen so fast. I make no claims of innocence. I waste no words in my own defense. No honor lost, no cross to bear. The proof surrounds me everywhere. But as time unwinds, one thing I've learned that haunts me still to this day. If you ever never run, if you run from every bridge you burn, they never go away. Well, I don't want to see the future, but I'm tired of living in the past. Well, I knew there'd be big changes, Lord, but I didn't think they'd happen so fast. I didn't think they'd happen so fast. But as time unwinds, one thing I've learned that haunts me still to this day. If you run from every bridge you burn, they never go away. I'm not looking for resolution, so I'll spend each day like it's my last. Well, I'm so damn full of questions, Lord, but I never know who to ask. Well, I don't want to see the future, but I'm tired of living in the past. Well, I knew there'd be big changes, Lord, but I didn't think they'd happen so fast. I didn't think they'd happen so fast. In many ways, the most chilling song that Eric ever wrote. We wrote that together, of course, but it's his main idea. The chorus was all his. The chord progression was all his. The melody was all his. I wrote the second verse, basically, and he wrote the. He even wrote the first. This is mostly his song. I wrote a little bit of it. I wrote the second verse, and he actually. I had a lyric I liked, and he liked it, and I said I want to change it. He goes, I love it, and which one was the I'm thinking of a different song. I'm thinking of Our Last Chance. I did write the second verse to this, but I didn't change this one last minute. Our last chance, I changed a verse, and he loved it, and I changed it, and he goes, "Ooh, I like that better," which is what the collaboration process is about. It's to a great degree about trust, and we did eventually trust each other. We kind of learned to trust each other because we figured, well, first of all, you can always put something back. I mean, it's not like it's non-destructive editing, if you will. You can always go like, let's try it. What the heck? Anyway, ooh, hi Dan, miss you from Michelle Mueller-Falcon. I don't know who Michelle Mueller-Falcon is. Michaela, hi. Michaela Mueller-Falcon. I don't. I have a friend named Stella Mueller. Boy, it'd be great if it was Stella Mueller. I haven't seen Stella Mueller in decades. But this guitar got pressed into service when I broke the string on the Taylor a week ago, which I haven't changed yet. I still haven't changed it. I've been focused on other stuff. Haven't done laundry. I've barely washed a dish. Just been kind of focused on getting this drive done. Again, the main thing, and I talked to Paul about this today, I want to do it right, which is why it's taking so long. I find little tweaks that I can do, and in particular, little inconsistencies that I want to make consistent. I've come up with covers for all of the live shows, independent, unique covers, which means I've created like 30, well, more than like 50 record covers in the course of the last couple of weeks. The song was written by Dave Moore. We recorded it. We started to record it for a covers record. Actually, we recorded it for the covers record and liked it so much, we put it on the real record and named the album after it. This is the title track from All the Time in the World. Hey, little girl, I know I don't talk that much to you. Under the stars down by the river, looking up like I used to do. But tonight I need to talk. I'm gonna take a little walk, like we've got all the time in the world. Your sister found the good heart, strong and true. And if you could have stuck around, I know she would have been there for you. And when she held you or gave you a bath, she didn't know you didn't have all the time in the world. Mother's love remains, in fact it grows. She misses you in ways you'll never ever know. And me, I'm trying to be true, because I learned from you. We don't have all the time in the world. Last night I had a dream. You were running on legs just like mine. You had your mother's ways, half wild and half shy. You had your grandma's young red hair. Maybe you know each other there. got all the time in the world. So hey, little girl, I know I don't talk that much to you. Under the stars down by the river, looking up like I used to do. But tonight I need to talk. I'm gonna take a little walk, like we've got all the time in the world. And we've got all the time in the world. Dave was inspired to write that in reaction to the death of his 6-month-old daughter. Those of us who've had sibling losses or have lost children know how profoundly painful that is. He's a really, really good guy. I was grateful to see him in Lisbon, Iowa, about a year and a half ago. Well, in April of last year. So it had been about 11 months when we shut down. So it's 18 months from now. 19 months ago, I got to see him for the first time in several years. And again, there's not a sweeter guy on the planet. And talented. Oh my God. We likes us our talent around here. I still haven't put the smaller a little CDO going there, Dan. Yeah, a little CDO. You remember? I'm afraid I suffer from CDO. Those of you who don't know what CDO is like OCD. Only everything's in alphabetical order. Just saying. Sets out alone on the highway, more to see what's before him than to run away. But years of looking forward and heading for the door could leave a mark on any man and leave him wanting more. But the feeling that surrounds me brings the heart back from the stone and shines a light that lets me see it across the 7 bridges home. Now life's sometimes a battle. You just try to get what you're after, a world full of stories you won't live to tell. But going on is all we know, like rivers always flow. It seems the years just fly right past, while the days go by so slow. But the feeling that surrounds me brings the heart back from the stone and shines a light that lets me see it across the 7 bridges home. And it goes on like this forever. So don't ever feel alone. The same old road that brought you here crosses 7 bridges home. There's always an end to the highway. He knows what's before him. He won't run away, because away is never far enough, and freedom's just a bluff. Still from somewhere way down deep inside comes the peace you'd only dreamed of, and the feeling that surrounds me brings the heart back from the stone and shines a light that lets me see across the 7 bridges home. And it goes on like this forever, so don't ever feel alone. The same old road that brought you here crosses 7 bridges home. Okay, so that's the most beautiful song Eric ever wrote. It is truly his most enduring, his best remembered. It is the song that I didn't write, that I get requests for most of all. Broken Moon's on that list, Hammerhead Shark's on that list, but nothing gets requested of the songs that Eric wrote without my help. Nothing gets requested more than 7 Bridges. It's and I think it's his signature tune, although I will say when I think about Eric, I tend to think about If I Was the Rain. Partly because that's the last thing I ever heard him sing, and partly because it's like, okay, dude's the rain now. He's the rain, and he's the snow, and he's the stars, and he's everywhere, you know. And yes, it's a rather, you know, what's the word that I want? Affected way of talking about what happens after we die. You know, I've given a lot of thought to what I want to happen after I die. I told my kid I want to be ground up and molded into a dashboard idol, doing the winky finger pistol. I think that'd be really, really fun. Well, it's the holidays, and Laurie has requested a song. It's a Christmas song. It's not a holiday. Well, actually, it's a Christmas song. You know, I pay attention to the fact that I live in Los Angeles with a very seriously large Jewish population. I fell into the west side of LA, which has got, the bulk of the Jewish concentration in the sort of Fairfax District, Beverly Hills, and all West LA. And we didn't put any Hanukkah songs on our Christmas album, and it's not a holiday album. It's a Christmas album. And I'm not putting down, I mean, actually, it was thoughtless of us. It was, and, we didn't do it like, screw it, who cares? It's really more like, we didn't even think of it. I mean, Eric's father's a Baptist minister and I'm Catholic, so, our guilt's front loaded. Just saying. I should run a poll. Do you hear it when it's out going, oh, please tune that string up? I know when I hear artist friends of mine who have a string out, it drives me bats. I feel like holding up a sign going, dude, you're out of tune. Most of the time they know, though. It's just that you can't. It's hard to stop a song to pull that off. I totally get it. Trying to find the pick. What child is this? No, what? That's the wrong damn key. I can't believe it. You know what it is that I forgot to switch guitars, and so everything sounds a little strange. I'm gonna put this up. What road is this that we're traveling on? The Garden State Parkway or Highway 1? Mile after mile, they all look the same, and we've got to get out of New Jersey. Bail, bail off the interstate. There's a show tonight, and we can't be late. Sail, sail through a toll booth fast, 'cause we gotta get out of New Jersey. What state is this? 'Cause we just don't know. Is it Pennsylvania or Ohio? Mile after mile, they all look the same, and we've got to get out of New Jersey. Hail, hail, falling from the sky. Now the roads are slick, and we're going to die. Mail me a ticket home, 'cause I gotta get out of New Jersey. Bail, bail off the interstate. There's a show tonight, and we can't be late. Sail, sail through a toll booth fast, 'cause we gotta get out of New Jersey. Next year, can't we do California? I don't want to die here in Jersey. A cruise with the in-laws sounds better than being stuck here in New Jersey. Hell, I'd even drive to Hawaii. Don't leave me here in New Jersey. such a beautiful song. This time of year, it just really gets to me, man. Oh, God, I swear to God. That was actually, I should have probably prefaced this. I did 3 years, 2011, 12, and 13, as part of a Christmas group called December Songs with the magnificent, richly talented, and dead gorgeous Amy Speece, who is one of my dearest friends in the world. And as a lot of people are laughing at that because we bickered a bit on those tours. She and I were in different places in our lives, and but we are the dearest of friends. I adore her. And we're talking, well, the other members of December Songs were John Vesner, the songwriter who is married to Kathy Mattea and who co-wrote with Don Henry her big hit, Where Have You Been, that they won Grammys for, all of them. And Sally Barris, the wonderful Sally Barris, who was part of the Waymores with Don Henry and Tom Kimmel. An amazing singer-songwriter of delicate voice. And we had a blast, the four of us, when we weren't having a blast. I mean, we weren't having a blast all the time. We had our moments. But we did 11, 12, and 13. We decided not to do it again, and Amy, who had thought up the idea, we let her have the name, and she did it for a few years with, oh my God, what are the Wild Ponies, I think they're called, Doug and Talisha Williams, and Rod Picott. Yeah, was it Rod Picott? I think it was Rod Picott. And they did it for a few years. Amy and I talked about doing it last year, and we just didn't get it together in time. We talked about doing it this year, and of course, we're in what we're in. But we've already decided that we're going to do December Songs Mark III, just the two of us, in a Christmas show and a Christmas tour that was probably going to be centered on the West Coast. That said, most of my juju's on the East Coast and the Midwest, so hey, I'll keep going if she's up for it. She's got a 3-year-old, so it's a little harder for her to tour extended periods of time. But some wonderful wonder songs. One Warm Coat is a song that she wrote. My songs, A Song of Christmas and the Meaning of Christmas, and of course, What Road Is This? There's another song that's going to go on the USB drive called Don't Be Alone This Christmas that Eric and I wrote to submit for a Beach Boys Christmas record that never happened. We also didn't get accepted, but we wrote it specifically for the Beach Boys, and I got to learn that sucker on guitar because it's. Don't be alone this Christmas. Don't be alone this Christmas. It's just so cold outside. Don't be alone this Christmas time. Poignant song for now. Might be a little on the sad side. She had a song called I Want an Old-Fashioned Christmas, and I spontaneously in a show just improvised I Want an X-Rated Christmas. That where fur handcuffs and bunny ears came into the lyrics. And a misdirected use of the term Yule log that we won't go into at the moment. Oh, too late. This is to say, so we'll be doing. Jesus, I keep going the wrong direction with these guitars. There and here, I keep bumping my microphones. Jesus, I don't know why I do that. They only cost me thousands of dollars, so. I am in a weird mood today. I'm in a weird mood every day. I'm a weird person. I'm not in a weird mood. That's normal is weird person shit. You know that. You already know that. I'm not, Jesus, God, I'm not like surprising you. Torah with menorah, exactly. Well, we could also rhyme Torah and menorah with Deborah. Mulva. Something like that. Anyway, oh my God, it's just I should just shut up and sing some songs, shouldn't I? Laurie, what a great set. Thank you for submitting it. We've got sets running until, well, I think we've got them going right up until Christmas. I will probably pull a certain amount of rank and do a Christmas show of my choosing. Do some songs off the Christmas record and maybe a few others. First of all, it's been since like March that I've got my elf costume, as you know, and my green Santa hat that's right now sitting on top of my upright bass, sitting on the headstock of my upright bass. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for this song. It's all the way in the A's. A. I hope I got the right key here. I have no frickin' clue if I've got the right key or not. I have no idea. I've got to say, it's getting annoying. My hands, it happens in the cold more than in the heat. My hands are very slippery. I probably should start using like hand lotion or something. And these picks are great. I love them, but they are slick and they keep falling on them. That's why I keep doing that, which is to provide some grip. I've already got a capo in here. Tuning is such a problem, isn't it? Good God. If it's not one string, it's another. I just made that up. Oh my God. I should just shut up now. Ooh, that was not fun. That was not intentional. That was definitely not fun. I didn't put the capo down far enough. 2, 3. Looking like an angel, but you're crying. Somebody went and put the hurt on you. I don't know the reason why. Oh, you put yourself to sleep. Tomorrow will come soon. When you wake up, I'll be holding on to you, and I'll tell you now. I'll never let go. Avalanche, I can feel it coming, but I just can't turn back the time. And it's hard on me. They're in the opposite order. I'm starting the whole song over again. I'm also going to do it on the 12 string. Erase the wraith. You know, what do you expect? I've been locked up in the house for 8.5 months. I'm getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Notice I didn't say I'm getting weird. I'm getting weirder. I was already weird when I started, just saying. Oh, good God. Here we go with the capo. Yeah, this is going to be way more better. There you are, looking like an angel, but you're crying. Somebody went and put the hurt on you. I don't know the reason why. Oh, you put yourself to sleep. Tomorrow will come soon. When you wake up, I'll be holding on to you, and I'll tell you now, I'll never let go. Avalanche, I can feel it coming, but I just can't turn back the time. And it's hard on me to have to be the witness to this avalanche inside. Should have believed me the first time. Well, I painted you a picture. I couldn't stay between the lines. Oh, there's no route I can follow. There's nothing I can take. There's no pill that I can swallow. No smile that I can fake that would make me feel less crazy. I just can't turn back the time. And it's hard on me to have to be the witness to this avalanche inside. There's no route I can follow. There's nothing I can take. There ain't no pill that I can swallow. No smile that I can fake that would make me feel less crazy. Avalanche, I can feel it coming, but I just can't turn back the tide. And it's hard on me to have to be the witness to this avalanche inside. Avalanche, I can feel it coming, but I just can't turn back the time. And it's hard on me to have to be the witness to this avalanche inside. Well, I think I'm going to 12 string down for a little minute here, just 'cause I can, you know. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day. I did not think that we would still be doing this by Thanksgiving, but I'm grateful that we're together today. Obviously, we're taking tomorrow off so you can be with your families or whoever you choose to be with. Stay out of the bars. Stay out of the bowling alleys. Stay out of the dance halls. You're just going to get sick. You don't want that. You don't want that. Oh, no. That's going to be really bad. You don't want that shit. You want to stay home and stay safe so that we can all get together and get each other sick a different way. But me telling all these stories and you're sitting there rolling your eyes going, oh, Jesus Christ, there he goes again. Man, that boy needs some like mood elevators. He's too depressed all the time. Shit. Get that boy a girlfriend. No, I don't. I'm good. All is quiet tonight. The stars are in their places. The moon will give us light to see into each other's faces. And I know the road is hard, but if we carry on together, we will get by. We live our lives in the eye of a hurricane. We cast our fates on seas of indifference, but all along the shoreline, we look for a chance to believe the darkness will fade and the promise will survive until I hear you say, all is quiet tonight. The stars are in their places. The moon will give us light to see into each other's faces. And I know the road is hard, but if we carry on together, we will get by. We make our way through streets full of danger. We build up the walls to keep us inside, but oh, they keep us apart till we become the worst kind of stranger who stands with open arms and barricades the heart. And still I hear you say, all is quiet tonight. The stars are in their places. The moon will give us light to see into each other's faces. And I know the road is hard, but if we carry on together, we will get by. All is quiet tonight. The stars are in their places. The moon will give us light to see into each other's faces. And I know the road is hard, but if we carry on together, we That song appears on the USB drive in its very premiere performance. I want to say this was somewhere in the neighborhood of early 1993. It might have even been late 92. I think it was November of 92. Something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly. And in fact, I can look. Actually, it might have even been 91. It's in there someplace. The reason I mention it is the premiere performance, and it is we wrote it that afternoon, and put lyric sheets down, and the vocal was swapped on the record. Eric starts the vocal, and I sing the second verse, but Eric wrote the second verse. I wrote the first verse, and we stuck to what we wrote. It was in '93 when we were making the album that the producer, Jim Scott, our producer, said, I think you guys should switch. So, that was what led to that. And the words are very slightly different. The absolute premiere performance. Now, also on one of the fan club CDs is the sketch that caused us to write the song. We were sitting around jamming. I mean, when we jam, we would jam ballads. We wouldn't like jam blues. But we were just playing two sections over and over again. And Eric came in. Playing that lick over and over again. I'm playing keyboards. We have a drum machine going. I'm playing keyboards. He's playing guitar. And we played it for like 20 minutes. And I stuck it on the back of a cassette. We just kind of did it onto a cassette. Well, I was searching old cassettes for some scrap tape to salvage. Like, can I transfer something off and spring a cassette so I can make some dubs? This was in the pre-CD burning days because we didn't burn CDs. I didn't burn CDs at that point in time. Can't remember when I got my first CD burner. I want to say probably late 90s. So I find this thing and I go, dude, this was 91. I found this thing we wrote 5 years ago because we wrote it in 86, that part of it. We never did anything with this. I'm going to just drive around and see if I can come up with something. And I was driving with it in my car, making stuff up on the fly. I used to have one of those little suction cup notepads on my windshield so that if I got an idea, I could dash it down. And I sometimes will write lyrics that way, not sitting down to write them, but seeing what comes spontaneously and through repetition, also seeing what I retain. What do I continue to remember without writing it down? And the notion of all is quiet tonight, the stars are in their places, like, everything right where it should be. And moon will give us light to see into each other's faces. This all came to me while driving in LA traffic. And so I called him up and said, I think I got a chorus. And we sat down. We started to write verses. We didn't get very far. And then we're on the road at the Barns of Wolf Trap, waiting for our gear to arrive from the airport because we had gone to Dulles, but the gear had gone to National. And it's like, oops, the gear ended up on the wrong plane. So we were waiting for it to arrive. We were at soundcheck because it wasn't there when we got to baggage claim, and it wasn't there. So we went to soundcheck and they delivered it to us. And while we're waiting, we said, let's finish that song. Let's do it tonight. That performance is on the drive. So this is just to say that's what we're kind of looking at right now, is stuff like that. That's going to be there. 12 string. Not on that song. I mean, I like playing it on there, but it's just getting it's getting farther and farther afield. So I'm gonna punt is the operative word. I'm gonna punt. I'm gonna do something different. Punt and different rhyme. Just saying, I'm a songwriter. I think of these things. What's happening? I was trying to tune my damn guitar and it wasn't going into tune, so I decided to use a different guitar. It's the beauty of having multiples here. Thank God for that. Oh, you got me staring at that woman over there. It's true, she's a beauty with a long black hair. Can't you see what's going on? She's lost in her lover's eyes. If the sky fell down, would you realize? 'Cause I went out on mine astray. If you love me like that, baby, we could find a way. If you love me like that, I'd buy rubies for your finger rings. I would give you everything. Whoa, if you love me like that. Now can't you see her laughing in a state of grace? Baby, don't you recognize the look on her face? Can't you see what's going on? It ain't no mystery. Take the pain away, it's you and me. 'Cause I went out on mine astray. If you love me like that, baby, we could find a way. If you love me like that, I'd buy rubies for your finger rings. I would give you everything. Oh, if you love me like that. Everything is possible and everything is new. If we had the chance to meet again, what would you do? Would you throw your arms around me, get lost in my eyes? If the sky fell down, would you realize? 'Cause I went out on mine astray. If you love me like that, baby, we could find a way. If you love me like that, I'd buy rubies for your finger rings. I would give you everything. Oh, if you love me like that. Oh, if you love me like that. Oh, if you love me like that. Another amazing song from the collective minds of Eric Lone and Preston Sturgis, who I told I'd gotten somewhere with Rose in the Window, and now he's saying, "Come on, I want to hear it." There's like 5 songs left. The overs are going to win tonight. Spent a long, long time walking out in the desert. Hadn't seen another soul for a while. My heart was dry and I didn't know better than to ever disbelieve my eyes. Then I saw it out in the distance, cool blue behind a misty gray. I knew right then, with God as my witness, the water could wash me away. I stepped into a tar pit, water looked real, cool and inviting like I wanted to feel. Stepped into a tar pit, pulling me down, swallowed me up without a sound. Stepped into a tar pit, tar pit, tar pit. Mile after mile, dragging the weight of the world, had me falling down on my knees. My heart felt tricks and I didn't see the line between redemption and reality. Then I feasted my eyes on a shimmering vision. It was beauty like I'd never seen. I lost my mind to the cool apparition. The siren was calling me. I stepped into a tar pit. Water looked real, cool and inviting like I wanted to feel. Stepped into a tar pit, pulling me down, swallowed me up without a sound. Stepped into a tar pit. Water looked real, cool and inviting like I wanted to feel. Stepped into a tar pit, pulling me down, swallowed me up without a sound. Stepped into a tar pit, tar pit, tar pit. Boom, wah, bagoo, wibba-doo-loos, a-babba-boo, bop-da-da-doo. But on the whamma, whamma, whamma-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba, zippity-doo-wee, ba-dum, whoop-a-doo-woo, who's out me bamboo. And the circle will turn, turn, turn. Situation gonna burn, burn, burn. Sooner or later, got to learn, learn, learn to find my way out of here. And the circle will turn, turn, turn. Situation gonna burn, burn, burn. Sooner or later, got to learn, learn, learn to find my way out of here. And the circle will turn, turn, turn. Light the fire, watch it burn, burn, burn. Sooner or later, got to learn, learn, learn and never go back again. Stepped into a tar pit, water looked real, cool and inviting like I wanted to feel. Stepped into a tar pit, pulling me down, stopped me up without a sound. Stepped into a tar pit, water looked real, cool and inviting like I wanted to feel. Stepped into a tar pit, pulling me down, swallowed me up without a sound. Stepped into a tar pit, tar pit, tar pit. Stepped into a tar pit, tar pit, tar pit. Stepped into a tar pit, tar pit, tar pit. Stepped into a tar pit, tar pit, tar pit. Yeah, that's the name of that tune. One of these days I want the person I wrote that about to hear that. And I would just sit there and just like stare right into her eyes and go, this is what happens. I wrote a real pretty song about her. I wrote a real sad song about her. And I wrote this one. Wahaha. The gamut of emotions. I run the gamut of emotions, always from running the gamut from A to B. For what am I looking? I'm looking for something in here. Something. Something in the way she move. Attract me like no other lover. Something in the way she move me. Attract me like no other lover. Something in the way she move me. Chitty whoopity zip it up, zoop it out. I hope I can make this. Yeah. Wrong key. I think I like this with the cut capo. I hope that everybody's going to have a good day tomorrow. I know I am. We're going to be watching movies and just kind of hanging out, and I'm sure it'll get weird at some point. First time I tried to play that lick, Eric used to play it. Sunlight fall down on the field. Sunlight fall down over me. Work all day, be all that I can be. Say I can say words only simple. Say I can say words only clear. Oh, I can feel your heart is beating near. Haunted love is all that I feel when you're passing by. Haunted love is all I can see. It's there in your eyes. And I say, no, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you. I can give love and attention. Give, I can give all time away. Only to one heart I can give today. Be, I can be man full of color. Be, I can be man black or white. Only to one heart I can be tonight. Love is all that I feel when you're passing by. Haunted love is all that I see. It's there in your eyes. And I say, no, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. passing by. Haunted love is all that I see. It's there in your eyes. And I say, no, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. No, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. Good things for you and I. Are good things for you and I. Good things. Oh, good things. Oh, good things. Oh, good things. I gotta end it good. A beautiful song that was recorded by the Bodines, written by Kurt Newman, who's carrying on in the Bodines' name. Sam Yannis has gone solo, been solo for about 8 years now, maybe 9 years. I actually happened to be in Milwaukee when the news came down that they had split, and Sam sent me a note going, "You're playing Shank Hall tonight, but I'm not coming down. I cannot deal with the questions." And so I went to his house, and we hung out, and he told me the story, from his perspective. And, I'm just glad that they both seem to be flourishing, which is all good. That stuff, you never know how that stuff goes. Eric and I never thought about breaking up. Murder, yes. Breaking up, no. We used to make jokes, and actually one of the interviews has it in there, yeah, the way things are going, we're not, if we ever make solo records, it's going to be, I remember Eric live from Folsom Prison, that kind of thing. There are a couple of ironic jokes in there that are, well, you'll find them. They were, of course, never intended to be, we had no idea what was going to happen to him. What happened to him, that part is really just like, oh, shit, Laurie, you requested 2 songs, and one of them was actually quite difficult. It's a band that's a deceptively difficult song, and it was just taking too long to learn. You gave me a choice, and the thing about this one is this was a song, I didn't grow up on it. I was already a full-blown adult when this came out, but this guy was, there's kind of no question that this cat was a big influence on me. Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dreams, I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Every highway let me slip away on you. Every highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Every highway, let me slip away on you. Turning back the pages to the times I love best. I wonder if she'll ever do the same. Now the thing that I call living is just being satisfied with knowing I got no one left to blame. Every highway, I gotta do the chorus again. Every highway, I've got to see you, my old friend. Every highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Every highway, let me slip away on you. Searching through the fragments of my dream-shattered sleep, I wonder if the years have closed her mind. Well, I guess it must be wanderlust or trying to get free from the good old faithful feeling we once knew. Every highway, let me go see you, my old friend. Every highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Every highway, let me slip away on you. Every highway, let me slip away on you. Every highway, got to see you, my old friend. Every highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Every highway, let me slip away on you. That, of course, was a song written and recorded by a guy that was very influential to me. We are, of course, talking about James Taylor. Just a fantastic, fantastic tune up there with his songs, Wild World and A Case of You. Just an amazing, amazing artist. This dude, whatever. I used to not like that people compared my voice to Gordon Lightfoot's. And partly because at the point that he became really huge, I thought his music had lost some of its edge. And it's also, that's, you know, I came up in a sort of, I came up in an era of the money tenor, which is what Eric had, Steve Perry, and you know, these high voice, you know, God, Lou Gramm, and even if they were, you know, folk singers, you know, high-voiced guys. The last low-voiced guy, for my money, I mean, there was Jim Morrison. Right smack in the middle of it somewhere was Gordon Lightfoot. And then the next one was real, and all the low-voiced guys were like, you know, Tom Shipley of Brewer and Shipley, and you know, the guys who didn't, John Oates of Hall & Oates. The lead singer guys were the guys with the higher voices, and the other guys sang below them. Bill Medley had the lower voice in the Righteous Brothers, but Bill Medley also ran the band. He produced the records, and he was the real mainstay of the group. He's still living. You know, Bobby Hatfield passed away a few years ago. I had the great opportunity about 25, almost 30 years. Actually, it was 25 years ago, because Just to See You was out. And somebody asked me to sing backups with 3 other singers A woman named Jerry Lynn hired me to do this, and we performed at a club that I think he owned down in Orange County, Bill Medley, and got to do a whole set of music with him, including my all-time favorite Bill Medley song, which was a solo tune called Brown Eyed Woman. Brown-eyed woman, you look at me, and baby, all you see. Oh, brown-eyed woman, stay away, baby. I may have to cover that tune. An incredible, incredible song, but I digress. So I didn't really love having this lower voice. And actually what slammed it back in current times, even though now it's 30 years ago, almost 40 years ago, was Billy fucking Idol. Billy Samuel Idol. And all of a sudden it was kind of cooler. And in my world, in my community, the quintessential low voice guy of current guys is John Gorka. Amazing, amazing, truly amazing singer. I love that man. He's one of the gentlest, kindest, most talented human beings I've ever known. And grateful to call him a friend. But, you know, so people go, you sound like Gordon Lightfoot. It used to really bug me. It doesn't anymore. That's the crazy part. So when I saw that song, I go, you know what? I've never sung that song. I used to do Joking Around. I used to do Sundown. The songs of Gordon's that I would, of course, you've heard me do Canadian Railroad Trilogy here. I've done Softly She Comes, and of course I laughed, like everybody did of my generation, laughed my ass off at Pussy Willow's Cattails. But it's a beautiful tune. But Softly was a great song. Oh my God, That's What You Get for Loving Me is pretty and actually the documentary that I talked about a few months ago, he opens the thing with talking about That's What You Get for Loving Me, and he goes, I was a jerk. Can't believe I thought that way about women. The man has grown. He had his issues. He also had a very serious drinking problem, and it turned him into and it happens with a lot of people. You get successful and you become an asshole. And he became one. I've never met him. I can't claim to know him. This documentary was very revealing because it was him saying, I became an asshole. And, he seems to have changed. Now his voice has changed too. He went through a health issue that altered his voice permanently. He does not sound like he used to sound. But man, was he good. Yes, Tennessee Ernie Ford, Peoria Pete. Some people say a man been made out of mud. Man, that kind of voice. Oh my God. Yeah. See, I liked all the low voice singers. They just weren't, they reached a period when they were not as popular. And I was living, never mind living in a money tenor world. How about being a partner with a money tenor? And even, I'll tell you who suffers from, stigma is the wrong word, but has the issue with it, is Paul Simon, who wrote all the songs. They gave Art Garfunkel credit for arranging them just to give him a credit, is what I've heard him say in an interview. He goes, of course I arranged them. But Artie had a beautiful, beautiful voice. And so his voice dominated in the early days. Paul doesn't have the voice that Artie does, but he's a brilliant songwriter, and I love the sound of his voice. And certainly the songs that he sang lead on in Simon and Garfunkel, in particular Kathy's song, holy crap. A lot of their songs were unisons. The Boxer is unison. It's pretty amazing. Those were my antecedents. These are the people that convinced me that by listening to the records and feeling the feeling that I wanted to spend my life doing this. And if you wonder why I'm sitting here in COVID lockdown, not freaked out and not pissed off and not going insane, I've had a really, really good time. I've had a lucky life. I didn't accomplish what I dreamed of all the way. I wanted to be a bigger star. I wanted to have larger selling records. I wanted to be a bigger deal. You guys, I would have exploded. I would have had whatever I said Garden Lightfoot was, I would have been the teacher, not the pupil. Because I wanted all of that to bolster, to prop up low self-esteem. And so you get to a point, there we go. Yeah, David Gates' voice, very high, absolutely. You get to the point where you have what you have and you go, okay, I can lament what I didn't have, or I can accept what I've got. And I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and I'm grateful. Would I have wanted something I didn't get? Well, you can say that, but what good is that? You know, I wanted wings too. I wanted to be able to fly. You know, I wanted to be 6 inches taller. None of that does any good. But looking at your life and going, oh my God, I had some fun. And that has become my go-to with regard to how I feel about work and career. I've had a really good time. And so we're going to keep having a good time until the clock runs out. And with any luck, the clock won't run out for a while. Especially as long as I keep driving very fast. Oh, that's a not very subtle segue to this song. There were low in Navarro fan club license plate holders that say keep on driving, driving, driving. Terry Georgia just told me she just found 50 of them in her garage. We've got to figure out how to make them available because they're just sitting there. They're from about, well, I mean, let's be honest, there hasn't been a low in Navarro for 11 years. And the last fan club activity took place in 2000. Last fan club CD went out in 2008. And I think the last fan club premium, we did CD cases, we did tote bags, we did keychains, we did these license plate holders, things like that. And we did mouse pads at one point. I still have a few of those around. When I get a chance, I'm going to go into the storage place and take a look at what there is and figure out how to make them available to anybody who might want them. I don't care if we make money on them, but I mean, let's be honest, they're costing me money to store right now. But if we might figure out a way to get postage out of it or something like that, if they're of any interest to you, you never know. In the meantime, stripes on the pavement, white knuckles on the wheel. Well, you never could say, never could say, never could say to me the things that you feel. Well, say to me, oh to me, keep on driving, driving, driving till you get yourself free. Black stripes on the postcard, red alert on the way. Never could stand, never could stand, never could stand it that I saw it that way. Well, say to me, oh to me, keep on driving, driving, driving till you get yourself free. You had no indecision, you had such savoir-faire. It was a sin of omission, a mayday condition, for which I never bothered to prepare. Now I know why you carry a spare. That's right. One of them went. That's fucking awful. I'm starting all over again. The thing just went, it went like a half step out of tune instantly. I don't even know why. I hope I didn't break my neck here. Sorry to do that to you, but it was bad, and I heard it get bad. Three of the strings went very sharp and two went very flat, and that's actually quite distressing. That usually speaks to either a problem with the bridge or a problem with the neck. stripes on the pavement, white knuckles on the wheel. Well, you never could say, never could say, never could say to me the things that you feel. Well, say to me, oh to me, keep on driving, driving, driving till you get yourself free. Black lines on the postcard, red alert on the way. Well, you never could stand, never could stand, never could stand it that I saw it that way. Well, say to me, won't I me, keep on driving, driving, driving until you get yourself free. You had no indecision, you had such savoir-faire. It was a sin of omission, a mayday condition, for which I never bothered to prepare. Now I know why you carry a spare. That's right. You had such savoir-faire. It was a sin of omission, a mayday condition, for which I never bothered to prepare. Now I know why you carry a spare. Black label on the rocks, please. I own J. Miller's a margarite stool. Oh, you never could stand, never could stand, never could stand to see me act like a fool, a big Samuel fool. Say I me, keep on driving, driving, driving until you get yourself free. Well, say to me, don't on me, keep on driving, driving, driving until you get yourself free. Well, say to me, don't on me, keep driving, driving, driving. David's set last week got me thinking about L-O-L-A Lola, so I decided to end it that way. I've never done that before. I want to thank you all so much for coming. This has been a joy as always. Sorry about some of the gaffes, but I mean, you know. No, I'm not that sorry. I mean, if you're disappointed, I'm sorry. If you're not disappointed, I'm happy to entertain you with my lunacy and idiocy and stupidity. Just saying. Times I tried to tell you, 20 times I cried alone. Always I'm surprised how well you cut my feelings to the bone. Don't wanna leave you really, just wanna break the ice. Do I look silly to you when I yield to your advice? When you say we belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we've both fallen under. Whatever we deny or embrace, or worse or far better, we belong, we belong, we belong. Si acaso no lo sabes, te aseguro que es verdad. El cariño que es sincero no se apaga con crueldad. Olvidas lo que fuimos y desprecias lo más fiel. Juntitos pretendimos que la luna era de miel. Junto a ti, solo es mi anhelo. Junto a ti como el rayo de luz que ha brotado del cielo. No importa el porvenir si sufrir es mi triste destino. Junto a ti hasta el fin del camino. Close your eyes, try to sleep now. Close your eyes, try to dream. Clear your mind and do your best to try and wash the palate clean. 'Cause we can't begin to know it, how much we really care. But I hear your voice inside me, and I see your face everywhere. Now I say we belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we've both fallen under. Whatever we deny or embrace, or worse or better, we belong together. We belong together. We belong. We belong. Whatever we deny or embrace, we belong. We belong. We belong. I already did all this quiet. Laurie, thanks for a great set. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. We'll see you Saturday on Twitch. After that, from 3 o'clock California time, I'm involved in a benefit for the Get Together, run by the Get Together Foundation. It always benefits a charity. I'm one of the hosts, I'm not singing. Last time I did this, the artist lineup was really good. I don't know who I'm introducing this time or what time I'm on. It's going to go from about 3 o'clock California time to about 8 or 9. I'll have an announcement up. In the meantime, we're watching as the hearts go by, watching them as they fly, way up into the sky. All these hearts between you and I, we're all together now, watching as the hearts go by, watching as the hearts go by, watching them as they fly, way up high in the sky. All these hearts, they're going by, and in a minute now, I'm having a big piece of pie. You think I'm kidding around? I got me a pie that I found. Made me into a real winner, because for the last 2 days, the pie's been my dinner. little bit of Ben and Jerry's on top. I'm putting on Thanksgiving weight. It'll feel real great. Then I'll have to take it off, which I'll hate. At least I'll have fun and say, damn, what I ate. We're all together now. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. There's lots I'm grateful for. I'm grateful I have a floor and a ceiling. There's nothing to worry for. Really trying to avoid the word whore. I guess I failed in that one, didn't I? Watching as the hearts go by, watching them as they fly, way up into the sky. All these hearts between you and I, we're all together now. Watching as the hearts go by, watching as the hearts go by, watching as the hearts go by. I'm gonna cut myself a piece of pie. I don't mean a pizza pie, a piece of pie. I'll have a piece of pizza pie another day. But today, that is top apple. I got a pumpkin in the fridge, but I'm taking that to Claudia's house so we can have her for Thanksgiving. I meant Franksgiving. We're having hot dogs. I'll stop now. And we're watching as the hearts go by. Thank you all so much for coming. Laurie, thank you for a great set. Thank you all for being you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. I will not be ignoring email if you feel like sending a note. And you know, we're going to do New Year's together. We're going to do Christmas and Thanksgiving with our nuclear families as best we can. It'll probably be on Zoom anyway. But thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for enduring me ignoring the baby crying. I'm such a bad dad. And grateful for you guys. Thank you all so very much. Especially a big shout out, grateful to Paul. Thank you, bro, for being my bro. Love you guys, and I'll see you on Saturday after Black Friday. What is Saturday? What do we call Saturday? Twitch Saturday. There we go.